there, queens. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome to day four of the fruit challenge. And today I want to take some time to talk about bananas. And as I was researching bananas, I found some very interesting information about bananas. And one of the most interesting things I found was that bananas was actually considered the first superfood by the American Medical Association. In addition to that, the American Medical Association suggested that bananas be used to treat celiac disease and also to treat children that were suffering from nausea and diarrhea. And so I found that to be quite interesting, actually, coming from such a prestigious institution. And so bananas consist of so many vitamins and nutrients and minerals and phytonutrients, micronutrients. But the two that stuck out to me in my research was pectin and resistant starch. And resistant starch helps with blood sugar levels. So there was this study done with individuals, and they gave these individuals 15 to 30 grams of resistant starch, and they saw that it improved their insulin sensitivity from 30 to 50% in as little as 4 weeks. And I thought that was fascinating. So if you know someone that's suffering from diabetes, I think there's some good information to share with them, because that actually blew my mind when I saw it. And another thing that this resistant starch does, it helps with digestive issues. And what happens with the resistant starch is that it goes into your large intestines, and it helps with the production of good gut bacteria. And I was reading this research conducted by the BBC in the UK, and the doctor that spearheaded this was Dr. Gemma Walton of the University of Reading. And she did a study of prebiotic versus probiotic. And probiotic is this idea of feeding the gut good bacteria through things like yogurt. And prebiotic is the ideology of feeding the body vegetables and fruits such as bananas, leeks, onions, and other vegetables. Feeding the body vegetables that will help assist in making the good gut bacteria healthier and stronger, the good gut bacteria that's already present in the body. And so she did this, and over a week's time, they did stool samples, and they noticed that the individuals fed on the prebiotic diet, they had an increase of good bacteria up to 133 million. And the people that had the probiotic diet, they had an increase which was not as significant by any means to the prebiotic diet, but they did see changes over longer periods of time. So if you're looking for something that will really jumpstart your good gut bacteria, it's by eating these fruits and vegetables. And again, I'll put the links down in the description box, because she also gave a guide to what it was that she was feeding them throughout the course of the study. The University of Harvard also suggests that bananas are good for digestive health as well as cardiovascular health. And in this Harvard study, their ideology is that when potassium is low in the body and sodium is high, then that leads to high blood pressure. So bananas is a fruit that has high potassium and low sodium, so that helps in cardiovascular health and heart health. So I also thought that was fascinating. In addition to that, Harvard also suggested that bananas contrary to popular belief, doesn't necessarily contribute to weight gain. And in their study, they did a study over 24 years of 133,463 people. And this study consisted of taking into account people's exercise level and their smoking habits. And they showed that berries, apples, and pears had a strong correlation to less weight gain in addition to bananas. But those three fruits were the highest. So I thought that was, again, fascinating. And I know for myself, when I used to work out, when I was losing weight and I would go to the gym in the mornings, like I said, one of the things I would do was grapes, but I also did bananas. And and it was just so easy. And so according to Healthline, bananas are good in for exercise routines because it's very easily digestible and it has a very high mineral content: potassium, copper, magnesium, and manganese. And magnesium has been proven to help with muscle relaxation and muscle cramps. So I think that's another good reason why bananas is helpful in weight loss and your exercise regimen. In addition to that, bananas are extremely high in fiber, and scientific studies have shown that fiber contributes to weight loss. In addition, bananas are very filling and they're very low in calories. I mean, a medium-sized banana is around 105 calories. So for myself, I just thought that was so interesting, particularly because I did eat a lot of bananas losing weight. So I wanted to share with you how I incorporate bananas into my diet. One of the things I love to do is this smoothie. It is a banana, cinnamon, hazelnut smoothie, and I'll put that recipe in the description box below. And I also like to make chocolate ice cream and chocolate pudding. The chocolate pudding, I take the bananas, I grind them up, I add a little salt, a little sweetener, and cocoa powder, and it is delicious. But this here is actually a ice cream. It is a banana-based, coconut-based ice cream. So what I did to make this was I took some frozen bananas, I added some coconut milk, and I like the coconut milk that's in the can because it's a little bit thick. So, and I grind it up and I add a little sweetener. My sweetener of choice is agave. So I added a little sweetener, grinded it up. You can put a little salt in there, just kind of balance out that sweet flavor. And I put it back in the freezer for a little while to let it stiffen. Now, another thing you can do to keep it stiff is add guar gum, which is not necessary for flavor or taste. It just more so helps the texture if you have access to it. If not, it is delicious just the same. And what I did with this, I actually added berries to my ice cream, and it is so good. And it's melted a little bit with us sitting here talking. It was much stiffer than this. It is so good. And here I have raspberries. Oh, it's not melted, but it's good. I have raspberries. I don't know if you guys can see, and the blueberries. It's so good. Especially with the raspberries, because the raspberries are kind of tart. With the raspberries being tart, it gives a great counteractive flavor to the sweet bananas. It's so good. And with the coconut milk and the agave, the banana flavor is not that strong. So for my ice cream lovers that are trying to lose weight and they just love that dairy, this is a really good alternative. Or you can have it in the morning before you go to the gym. Or you can have it right after the gym, especially when you're hot and sweating. You want something to cool you off. This is an excellent alternative. Um, Especially if you're working out at home, you know, this is just a really good alternative. Mm. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Um, Let me know how you like to eat bananas. What recipe with bananas do you have? Oh yeah, and plantains is a form of bananas as well. And I get into that a little later. But I just want to put that out there because I may put a recipe in the description box below for plantains. So if you want to incorporate a cooked version into your diet, you can, because there are a lot of great recipes out there for that. All right, so I won't hold you any longer. It was nice seeing you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I love answering questions. I love being able to be of service. So again, reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.